So, it's almost Halloween and you forgot to buy a costume once again, and now you're here on YouTube searching easy no sew Halloween costumes. I see you. I'm not trying to be mean, I do that all the time and I get it. This Halloween is definitely different. We're not going to be doing a lot of the things that we normally would be doing. I'm going to share with you some really easy accessories for your Kuromi costume, and these are things that you're definitely going to be able to find at the craft store or Walmart that won't be sold out, because I know like a week before Halloween, or any holiday for that matter, everything's sold out. And I'm just saying, you don't want to be stuck with those Dollar Tree ladybug fairy wings again. You don't want to be stuck with the cat face. So in my last video, I showed you guys my Kuromi costume with things that I made or things that I bought. So this one is going to be entirely no sew and things that you can buy from the craft store, because I know that you waited too long and you can't purchase things from Amazon and it's too late to buy things off of eBay. So now you're here on YouTube looking for tutorials, but I got you, don't worry. So materials, we have alligator clips, we got some pom-poms. You can buy big ones or small ones. I have medium-sized ones. And then some felt. We have light pink, black, and white. And this is some EVA foam, or a foam sheet. You can buy a little sheet like this for this project, or you can buy a big roll like this. I've used these to make angel wings and other cosplay items. It's pretty useful. And then I have this Velcro sticky as like adhesive on the back. And this is the original Kuromi headband, just for reference. See what's going on there, study it. It's very nice, very nice. So the first thing that I'm going to do is roll out the black foam sheet, and then I'm going to draw kind of like a diamond, leaving kind of like a rounded shape at the bottom so that it fits to the circumference of my head. And then I'm just going to cut it out. So as you can see, I'm leaving a little bit of a flange, a little bit of flap at the bottom. Having more flap is better than having less flap, so you can always cut it off later. But anyways, I'm making 2 for each side. And now we have our work being checked over by Inspector Miet, making sure everything is up to code. Okay, it looks good this time. Then I'm going to fold over the flap so that it's a little bit flat. So that's our base. And then you want to get a little bit of foam to be like the base where the clip can go onto. The first one I made was so small, it just fell right through the crack. So make one that's big enough to fit the clip and big enough so that it won't fall through the middle. And then we're going to take our trusty glue gun and glue it all together. So a small side note, I'm going to be wearing this with my wig, so I'm putting the clips horizontal because it just fits better into the wig cap like that. But if you're wearing your natural hair, you may want to try placing these clips in a vertical fashion so that it has more stability on your natural scalp. And for the final touch, I'm adding the pom-pom. Put one on each side so that the back doesn't look bald. So moving on to Kuromi's little skull, I'm just going to fold over a piece of felt. However big you want the Kuromi skull to be, you can make it really big or really small. And I just eyeballed it using the original as a reference, but if you're not confident in that, just print out a picture and trace it and then cut it out. Works just fine. Probably better than what I did actually. So we're going to hot glue both of the pieces together, leaving the bottom part open so that we have room to stuff it. You can just stuff it with like old plastic bags. And then I'm going to use a scrap of EVA foam to make the eyes and the nose. It's just 2 ovals and then 2 little lines to make her face. Okay, finishing touch, adding the alligator clip. Once again, I'm making this so that it can clip onto my wig cap the best. I'm putting it in a vertical way. If you're putting this on your natural hair, probably put it on a horizontal axis, because it's probably not going to stick to your head like that, right? Okay, time to see if all my work was worth it. I'm putting it onto the wig cap, and okay, you see that little flange right there? You see it? Cut it off, just cut it off. And then I'm adding the little clips with the puff balls on it. I showed you guys how to make these in the last video. It's literally just the alligator clip with the elastic puff ball on top of it. And if you want to do a finishing touch, you can add the black felt on top of it, because this black is just like not the blackest of the black, if you know what I mean. And here's some motion tests. Ooh, look, staying on all night. And you're adding the Kuromi skull. And there we go! Complete. Okay, while we're here, let me give you a little bit of background on Kuromi. So her birthday is actually on Halloween, so happy birthday, girl. She is Scorpio. I see it. Let me tell you why I resonate with her so much. Because we all know that she dislikes my melody. Why does she dislike my melody? Because of some minuscule things that my melody did to her during her childhood. And to Kuromi, these are traumatic events, and she writes them down in her little Kuromi note, the original death note. She literally has a whole entire book, 6,000 entries worth of reasons why she hates my melody. And because of this grudge and this hatred and the sheer rage that she has, she forms her own little bike gang where they ride tricycles in a menacing fashion. Like, yes, girl, hold on to that grudge. I really hate this about myself, but like, I'm just sensitive, you know? Sometimes I'm like, yeah, no, it doesn't matter. But then other things like just stick with me. Like, I remember the tone that you said to me with like the way that your eyes weren't, like, I just remember things that I shouldn't. By the way, if you guys want to do this with cardboard, you definitely can. Just keep in mind that the cardboard is going to be a lot heavier, but it's also going to be a lot more sturdy. So weigh your options on that. I'm just going to cut it out the same way that I did before. Cover it with some felt, and then instead of the small pom-poms, I'm using the big elastic ones. Just clipping it onto the top, just like that. And same process, adding the alligator clips at the bottom. I would use more than one because they are heavier. Use more than one if I were you, just to keep it stable. Next, we're gonna make the bag. So I bought this off of AliExpress and I think it's really cute. If you want to have this for your costume, I think it would definitely add a little bit more spice to the outfit, you know? Just use a black backpack or a black purse, whatever you have that's plain and black. And then we're going to use this EVA Foam and cut out the shape of her face. So her face literally looks like a kidney bean. And then the little skull. You can print out pictures and trace it if you don't feel comfortable like freehanding it. I'm using some paint pens to make the face. This face looks so bootleg, and I'm going to show you how to not make it look so bad in the future. But I'm just going to cut out the ears as well. This is also out of the black EVA Foam. And you can put felt over these if you really choose to, but no, I'm being lazy. So I'm adding the Velcro adhesive to the backs of each of the pieces and then onto the bag itself. And then we're going to attach each piece to it, and then we're done. So this is for all of you who can't draw like myself. So I'm just going to print out a picture of Kuromi's face all blown up, and then I'm going to cut it out. And then I'm going to trace it over on the EVA Foam exactly, just to give it some structure and support. I'm going to cut it out, and then I'm going to glue the face onto the EVA Foam itself. And then same thing. I'm going to put the little Velcros onto the bag, and then onto the pieces, and then attach them. Like, it looks so much better with this printout versus the one that I drew myself. So I would recommend this method for sure. So the best thing about it is that at the end of the night, when you're done with this costume, just peel off the little pieces, and then you can peel off the adhesive from your bag and it doesn't damage it whatsoever. So that's really nice. And before I go, here's the purse version with the bootleg Kuromi face. If I were gonna do this again, I would definitely use the second method because look at that face. Ooh. Alright guys, that is going to be it for this video. If you make anything that you saw today, please send me a picture. I really want to see. And if you're Kuromi for Halloween, let me see your costume. I want to see like all the beautiful Kuromi costumes because I know that there's going to be so much variation and you guys are so cool and creative. So please let me see. It would make my Halloween. Alright, so that is it for this week. I will see you next time. Bye!